Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to Fantasy Domain for tonight's version of We answering your questions until we literally die. So, it's great to be here. I'm glad that we are here. I'm glad you're here. Make sure you drop a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're at, 4,100 subscribers, I think, now, something like that. We're trying to get to 5K. So, if you would help us out doing that, we really appreciate it. We're super glad, like I said, to be joining you guys today, and we're going to answer every single question that we can. So, drop your questions in the comments, okay? And we're going to go through and we're answering them. And I've got to pull Gio up right now, man, because Gio had a super chat before we even got on the stream. Shout out, Gio.
Shout out, Gio.
What a guy. Sambo's here with us. What's up, Sambo? Gio says, what's up, fellas? Hey, Gio. Thank you, my friend, for your support pre-stream. Sorry we were a little bit late, actually. Who do y'all think to start between Keontae Ingram, Josh Downs, and Wan'Dale Robinson? Injuries and bye are brutal. I think we're going to get a lot of questions based on injuries, based on bye weeks, etc., because it's kind of bad right now. And to answer your question, let's look at the matchups.
We've got the Colts playing the Browns.
Okay, that's a really tough matchup. I'm not starting Josh Downs.
Very, very, very tough matchup. We've got the Giants playing the Commanders.
Okay.
And we have the Cardinals on the Seahawks. I'm going to go with Wan'Dale Robinson here. With a very friendly matchup against Washington. Josh Downs, obviously like him, prefer him as a talent here, but we did have him as a sit this week, playing Cleveland's defense, who against wide receivers I think have allowed the, at least third least amount of production from wide receivers, if not like the top. So
is that the Browns?
Yeah,
it's
Browns.
like top 3.
It's unreal.
Shout out Kyle for that stat.
Total offensive yardage, they've allowed like 1,000 yards over the last 5 games total.
Yep.
That's unreal.
Yep. I think I'll go Wan'Dale Robinson as well. I think Keontae Ingram would be the safe pick there, but Wan'Dale Robinson is probably going to be the upside pick for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's brutal. Honestly, I don't blame you for going Keontae Ingram either. I'll be honest with you. Wan'Dale that Giants offense is horrible, so it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't do anything. But Gio, my friend, again, we appreciate you, and thank you for the super chat. And I see you got a comment here, and you're talking about him being nervous playing the Browns, and you're absolutely right. And Bolo Me Boy, that's probably why we're not starting Downs as well. But, again, appreciate super chat. Let's jump back up to the top again. Drop all your questions in the comments. We're going to go through answer every single one of these fantasy football questions tonight. Hang out with you a little bit. Get some subscribers maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But excited to see you guys tonight. Excited to talk through with everybody. Let's start with Dylan. Dylan says, what's up, guys? What's up, Dylan?
What's up?
I currently have Monty and Kyron, who are both injured. I also have Amon-Ra Chase on my team. Any trade ideas to gain some value and make up for injuries? I'm currently 2-4, and I need dubs. Don't we all? Okay, so Monty and Kyron are injured. Yeah, you have Amon-Ra Chase. Any trade ideas? I mean, honestly, at this point, you're going to be in desperation mode pretty soon. I'd be trying to trade one of Amon-Ra Chase away.
Yep.
I think that's kind of why you put him in there. So I think you knew that. Definitely try to down tier to multiple guys from those dudes, and definitely try to get some scoring assets. So
get a couple buy low running backs. Let's try and get Jonathan Taylor. Let's try and get Austin Eckler. Let's try and get Josh Jacobs. All guys that have had down weeks.
Exactly.
And Zach Moss obviously outproducing JT because he's on a snap count.
Exactly.
People won't realize that in your casual leagues.
Yeah. Did say the rest of his roster was Goff, Kyron, Monty, Aaron Jones, Craig Reynolds as backups, Marquise Brown. Yeah, and out of those guys, again, I think we're going to definitely make a big move with one of the receivers. So, Great question, Dylan. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you joined us. Robert, what's up? Robert, our friend, in his full PPR league, he just traded away Javonte and Madison for Pacheco. Thoughts? I love that trade. I love that trade. My other running backs are Eckler, Spears, Hunt, Algier, and Singletary. You've got Eckler, and you've got Pacheco now. That's good. That's good. Pacheco has been really good this season. Has been getting good volume. Yep. Brandon is here. What's up, Brandon?
Brandon
says, "What is up, guys? Who do you view better for the rest of the year, Saquon or JT, and by how much?" I would probably still go Saquon here by just a smidge, but I would go as far as saying I think they're probably in the same tier rest of the season. I think JT is fully healthy. I think he's going to get a lot of work in the Colts offense. I think the Colts offense has potential to be better than the Giants offense, actually, and the offensive line is looking better than the Giants offensive line. I'm going to do JT by a smidge.
Oh, dang it. I was just going to say JT to contrast you. I'm taking JT.
As well.
I guess it's good that we agree. But
yeah.
I'm going to take JT because of the offensive line, because of the situation, the fact that Anthony Richardson won't be vulturing red zone touchdowns from Jonathan Taylor, and his usage is going to go up. It's just a better situation overall.
Daniel Jones is so bad at football.
That is also true. I mean, the Giants offensive line has just taken a massive step back. And Saquon, we saw he's still capable of producing. He's still capable of being in that role. So we're comfortable with Saquon plenty. I think they are in the same tier, if not one tier apart.
Yep.
We like JT rest of the season, though. Brandon, we appreciate your super chat, my friend. It's good to see you. Good to have you on with us tonight. Guys, drop a like on the stream. If you haven't, jumping back up Here is Chris. Chris, what's up, my friend? Thinking about trading Mahomes, Montgomery, and Ridley. Who are good targets, and should I sit on Ridley? I don't think you're trading Ridley right now. I don't think you're trading Montgomery. If you're going to trade Mahomes, you're definitely going for that, high-end running back or wide receiver, right? So we're talking about Kenneth Walker. We're talking about Jalen Waddle, Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor. I think Mahomes, you look at his league win rates, like just last year and over the last couple of years, he constantly has one of the highest league win rates in the league. So with that, I think you're targeting some really, really solid superstar starters with that trade idea. But appreciate your question, my friend Robert, with a super chat down there. Robert, we appreciate the heck out of you, my friend, and let us know if you have a question, and we will go down and answer that when you drop it.
He already does.
Oh,
have
yeah.
one.
We answered it, didn't we?
Yep.
Full PPR, start Lockett or Christian Watson. Both have good matchups.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Lockett or Christian Watson. So who are the Seahawks? They're playing the
Hawks are playing the Cards, and the Packers are playing the where are they? Hello? Where are they?
Hello?
Dude, oh my gosh. The Broncos. I'm going to take the guy with more target volume. I'm going to take Tyler Lockett there.
I'll take Tyler Lockett as well.
Yep.
But great question. Again, thanks for your super chat, my friend. We really appreciate you, Robert. Good to have you on the show.
Yep. Chris, or did you already answer that?
I guess your Chris is Bolo me boy. He's 2 of our live streams tonight. How about that?
I know.
And he was answering Gio's question. So
got us 5K over at Dynasty Domain.
Yeah, it's a big night.
Yeah.
Let's jump down to Curtis's question.
Curtis says 10-team Superflex, half PPR Dynasty. He has Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Russ, Murray, CD, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Dotson, Deontay Johnson, Shaheed, Brees, Aaron Jones, Moss, Roshan, Charbonnet, Kittle. In rebuild, wonder value for AJ and Kittle. If you're rebuilding and you're trying to get rid of Aaron Jones and George Kittle, it's kind of a bad time to sell George Kittle right now, honestly. It really is tough. I wouldn't be in a rush to get rid of Kittle at the moment. I would be in a rush to get him off your hands once he produces consistently for a 2-week span. And I think, honestly, that might come sooner rather than later because of Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel potentially being out on Monday. That could open up some more target opportunity, target volume for George Kittle overall. And I'm just going to plug it in here. Let's see here for Dynasty. If you have Kittle and Aaron Jones, I'm looking for guys like some buys here. Let's try and get Drake London. Let's get Drake London at a discount because he's fallen significantly. If you have a contender that has Drake London, let's try and get him. T. Higgins, significantly less valuable than even Drake London. He's fallen so far. There's going to be a lot of contenders in your leagues that are stuck with T. Higgins right now. They're in desperation mode. If you're giving them 2 contending assets like Jones and Kittle, they may bite. Even if I'm paying a little bit more than just Jones and Kittle, I would do that if I were a rebuild.
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon with another super chat. Brandon, your question is, you got an Eagles question. What a surprise.
Yeah.
We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
What's your opinion as fans and fantasy gurus? What do you think of Julio? Oh, man.
Julio
As fantasy
Jones.
gurus.
His hammies are washed, dude.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to do anything from a fantasy perspective.
He'll be a nice addition.
Good depth there.
For them depth-wise, obviously. They're trying to look for a little bit of an offensive spark, which is funny considering that they have Goddard, Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, and Swift. A lot of this is on – sorry, Brandon. A lot of it's on Jalen Hurts. He's got a lot of time back there in the pocket to throw the ball, and
he's just not looking as comfortable as he was last year.
Not looking comfortable. He's missing some reads. Hopefully, Julio Jones takes a little bit of pressure off of the top 2 receivers there, and Smith and A.J. Brown, and can kind of open up the field and help Hurts get back to what he was doing last season as a passer.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So, as fantasy gurus, again, I don't even think he may be worth a waiver pickup in Dynasty, but in redraft, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But, Brandon, of course, we appreciate the question, even though it was an Eagles question. We'll still answer your Eagles questions.
Curtis also says, should I trade Russell for Daniel Jones? Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
I would do that. You've got a guy with rushing upside versus a guy on another horrible offense with no rushing upside. Just take the guy that has a better floor. Video walkthrough says 10-man double flex PPR league. Herbert, CMC, Jacobs, H.A. Not going to read the rest of the team. I traded CMC and Ridley for ETN and Adams. I'm 4-2. Team upgrade or no? Oh, man. ETN's been doing really well.
Yeah.
I just have a tough time.
Adams to Ridley's a big one, but
CMC.
It's CMC.
But Christian McCaffrey's, he is dealing with an injury, so
Allegedly.
I
It's
honestly,
definitely-
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
don't
this
mind
is
it.
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You hate giving up Christian McCaffrey in fantasy leagues, but if you're going to, I think this is you number one. ETN's a good guy to get back. He's killing it right now. No signs of slowing down from a volume perspective, and they're using him great right now. And you get Devontae Adams, who's a good buy low right now, could be a top 3 wide receiver production at the end of the season. So
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna trade CMC, this is the type of package you want.
Yep.
And you get off of Ridley, so that's good too.
Yep. Chris says Zach Evans, McLaughlin, or Antonio Gibson at running back 2.
Gross.
We're going to go with, oh my gosh.
McLaughlin?
Let's go with McLaughlin.
Yeah. I
Yep.
agree. I agree with that.
Playing the Packers defense. Got another super chat here from Sammy Wiltshire.
Sammy, we appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate your support. He says, hey, guys, appreciate the inputs and recommendations. We appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for trusting us with this. Helped with the 2-win streak in fantasy. Okay, that's great. This week is tough for me because QB, it's between Love, Purdy, and Stafford. Which is a better choice? I think this is a good problem to have, though, Sammy. Glad you're on a 2-game win streak. Really, really glad you're winning some games here. Well, let's see.
Purdy's playing the Vikings.
That's going to be a good matchup.
The Rams, so that's Stafford playing the Steelers.
It's tough. Purdy's my choice so far.
It's tougher, but their secondary is not very great in Pittsburgh. And then Jordan Love, obviously Jordan Love's got the Broncos. That's really tough to turn down.
To me, it's Love or
but I
Purdy.
think they're gonna. I think they could just run the ball a lot.
I'm
gonna
gonna
go with the guy that's been producing a lot. I'm gonna go with Purdy playing a bad defense there.
I agree. I think Purdy, the matchup is going to be good. I would be interested to know the metrics on, how many points quarterbacks are scoring against that Minnesota Vikings team, because those games are always shootouts, and that defense has not really lived up to its expectations this year.
My one worry with Jordan Love is, he may be my close second choice here, because you've seen him, the weeks that he's produced at a high level are weeks where he throws like 3 or 4 touchdowns on like 23 pass attempts. And it's because they're running the ball between the 20s. They get into the red zone, and they've been pretty effective passing the ball once they get there. So but he's been playing poorly the last couple of weeks. So I guess you would ride the veterans that are playing well. So
yeah, and Purdy obviously coming off a slow week. So I think there are a lot of people that are very careful to start him. Again,
not to mention CMC and Debo are potentially out, but
Yeah.
I don't think that. I mean, if anything, that just helps Purdy as a passer.
That's true.
So
yeah, I think we're going to go Purdy there.
Yeah.
I think if you're not comfortable with Purdy because of the injuries, you probably do go Matt Stafford there.
Yeah.
But Sammy, appreciate the question, my friend. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for your support. Let us know if you need anything at all. We appreciate you. HG, keep grinding. What is up, my friend? Thank you for your super chat. Thanks for your support. Your question is Josh Downs or Jameson Williams, half PPR. Oh, gosh. Also, Waller or Michael Mayer. So, again, Josh Downs with a very tough matchup this week playing the Cleveland Browns, a Cleveland Browns defense that has been very good this year against receivers and tight ends. Very, very, very good. Jameson Williams, who's that matchup?
The Ravens. I'm going to take Josh Downs because he's by default going to get more target volume.
Yeah, I think you do have to take the guy that's going to have a higher floor, and that's Josh Downs. Obviously, the ceiling is going to go to Jameson Williams on a week like this. They're both playing fairly tough defenses this week, though, and so we're going to lean the guy that gets more targets. We're going to go Josh Downs. And then your second question is going to be Waller or Michael Mayer.
The Raiders are playing the Bears. Give me Michael Mayer all day.
Where did his audio go?
Me? Hello? Check.
You good?
My audio's here.
Nah, it cut out for a second.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Michael Mayer here, and he's coming off of a pretty solid week. He finally got really good target volume, and obviously they may be leaning on the tight ends a little bit more in this game since Jimmy Garoppolo is out. So with that,
I like Michael Mayer.
I'm gonna go with Mayer.
HG, keep grinding, man. We appreciate you. Thanks for your super chat. Thanks for your support.
Yes, sir.
Good luck this week. We're going to jump back up here to the top. Guys, if you're watching, drop a like on the stream. Let's go ahead and get the like count up. Let's get the subscriber count up. And also, super chats are going to jump the line. So we're going to go back to the beginning here and keep working our way down. But super chats
Guy
jump the front.
McFly.
What's up, Guy
McFly? Says Foreman or Latavius Murray for flex. We're going to go with Foreman since Roschon Johnson was just declared out for this week, for the second straight week.
Yeah.
With that concussion, got to go with Foreman. Caden says, should I trade Evan Ingram and Tyler Boyd for Hollywood Brown and Debo for T. Higgins? I would absolutely be doing that deal for Hollywood Brown, and I prefer him over Ingram and Tyler Boyd by a significant margin.
I'm making that trade for sure.
Debo for T. Higgins, I think it's a lateral move. I'm still going to go with Debo. They're both banged up right now. Obviously, Cincinnati's on the bye. So you're going this week likely with Debo not really producing. Obviously, Higgins won't produce because of the bye. So you're going into week 8. Who do you like for the rest of the season? I'm still going to go with Debo Samuel. I just am. So would you agree with me there?
I agree with you there. Yeah, I think that's a fine choice.
Yeah. Robert says full PPR start Lockett or Christian Watson. Both have good matchups. I'm favored to win. We're going to go with Lockett here. We trust him more long term. I think we already answered that question too. AJ Starr says, should I flex Dubs or Jeff Wilson? We're going to go with Dubs. Jeff Wilson coming off the injury. Mostert has been balling, taking all the touchdowns with A-Chain being out.
And Dubs playing the Broncos this week.
Got to go with Dubs.
It's a good matchup as well.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man.
Tower Kick says, traded Ridley and Curtis Samuel for Justin Jefferson. What do you guys think? Absolutely love that. No issue with that at all. You're having a hard time starting Calvin Ridley week in and week out anyways, so what are you really missing out on? Not much. Maybe a nice flex option with Curtis Samuel. But whatever, man. You're getting J. Jeff. Gavin says, do I trade Ridley for T. Higgins? Jeez. What would you do there?
Take T. Higgins, probably.
I'm 50-50.
I think it's a toss-up.
Man.
Oh, we got a super chat. Let's jump up there.
Yeah.
Brandon, our guy, Eagles fan, domain regular, Mayer or Njoku this week?
It's a great question. Two horrible secondaries.
I'll probably go Njoku.
I'll go with Mayer because Njoku's volume, I just looked at his game log earlier this week. Even when he is putting up points, it's from like horrible volume. Horrible. Mayer is I prefer Mayer personally.
I gotta look at Njoku real quick. He is playing the Colts. Like that's a huge.
I know that is a huge
right
plus, but when you're deciding between the two.
Yeah, I mean, Mayer's killing it.
Njoku.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Njoku, the last, when you're looking at his games,
he's
had 3, 4, 4. He had 7 targets against Baltimore, which was good, but then 4. So you're looking at an average of like 4 or 5 targets in a game. Not very
I'm fine
great.
going either way there, but I think I'm comfortable starting Michael Mayer right now. I think the last couple weeks he's shown that he's the real deal. So we're getting a lot of Michael Mayer questions for sure today. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Brandon, thank you so much for your super chat. Love you.
Are we overreacting about Mayer? Maybe, but I don't. I think it's. I mean, you can't ask for a better situation or a better matchup to repeat what he did last week.
So Derek says, when are y'all looking to sell Mostert? A-Chain projected to return week 11. Well, Domain Kyle's already selling Mostert, and he actually wrote it in the video for us to sell Mostert.
This is a great plug.
It is.
let's put the reasoning on here.
Yeah. Okay. So here's why Kyle is selling Mostert.
Okay.
We went to do the video and we were like, we can't sell Mostert yet, so we just didn't do it. But there are a lot of people that are selling Mostert right now. So let's answer that question. When should you be selling Raheem Mostert?
Well, it would obviously be, I mean, Kyle thinks now. And I understand the reasoning for now, why you would want to sell him. Because you're now, at this point, how many weeks has A-Chain been out? Just one, right?
Yeah, but he's going to be back after 4.
He's going to be back after 4 weeks, almost certainly. So you're saying you've got this 3-week window. And once you get to 2 weeks, 1 week until A-Chain comes back, a lot of people are going to get lower on that player. You saw this with, even Zach Moss. It's just the closer you get to the return of likely the lead back, you're going to have to start selling the one that's currently producing at a discount. This is the highest return you'll be able to get Mostert for if you sell him right now. I think everyone looks at the production for Mostert when he was playing with A-Chain, and that speaks for itself. You know what we're going to struggle with once A-Chain is back, and if he stays healthy for the rest of the year, you're probably going to see games where Mostert isn't producing as well as he has been consistently while A-Chain hasn't been playing. And that's really probably your best reason is what's the return you're getting for Mostert now. I mean, you're getting a premier, top-producing, probably elite-level wide receiver in return for Mostert. Because especially at running back,
I don't think people are paying
running back.
Drop your
possible.
If you've traded Raheem Mostert, drop it in the comments. I want to know what you got for Raheem Mostert because there is a narrative that you can sell Raheem Mostert for an elite running back or wide receiver. I do not buy it. I do not think anybody is willing to sell Mostert for that right now.
Yeah,
I want to know.
I mean,
I'm looking in the chat.
Obviously, I agree with you, but
if you can, I'm doing
the reasoning.
If you can, I would do that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of
absolutely
if
would.
that's actually feasible.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the same situation as Kyron Williams when you think about it.
Mhm.
But Kyron Williams is actually guaranteed the starting job for the rest of the year when he's healthy.
Exactly.
And that's why Kyron Williams was going for these elite level wide receivers that weren't producing. With Mostert, again, if you're lucky enough to get that, I would say, yeah, sure, bite on it. But it's tough to turn down 35 points right now. And how many teams own Mostert that are on the fringe of the playoffs? Like, they have to win over the next few weeks if they want a chance to even
Somebody
make
said
it.
they traded Mostert for Henry.
For Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
Kyle, who are you taking there? Toss up. Because Mostert probably, because
I'm
he's
taking Mostert,
splitting
yeah.
time with A-Chain, Derrick Henry splitting time with Tajay Spears.
Exactly.
And
it's a
more
way
explosive
better
offense.
offense.
Yeah.
Right. If
Yeah.
that's your baseline, if that's what you're getting from Mostert right now, then just hold him. You might be stuck with him.
Kyle,
So-
that's why I don't think he's a sell. I don't think anybody's paying anything for him. If they do, like, I agree with the principle of selling him for an elite player. I just don't think anybody's buying Raheem Mostert. So let's keep going here. Ryan Bread, what's up, Ryan Bread?
Right.
That's our guy at FF Rybet on Twitter. If you want some good college football scouting and analysis and prospect analysis, you guys are fantasy people, so maybe not so much, but he's a great follow if you like football. So like I said, at FF Rybread. He says Devonta Smith or Christian Kirk rest this season.
I'll go Christian Kirk.
I'm going to go Christian Kirk.
Yup.
Yep.
Give me the consistent target
he
volume,
looks
baby.
Great, man. Jumping up to Brandon's question. Brandon, we appreciate you as always, my friend. Someone traded Moss and Debo for Connor. Crazy. So Zach Moss. Oh, somebody traded Moss for Debo and Connor? What?
Holy crap.
Why?
Where?
Oh, my.
Where?
Oh, my.
There is.
Oh, my.
So I do want to highlight Derek's comment, who came right after that. Brandon, thanks for your super chat. That is a crazy trade. Derek says he's 4-2 and pretty much locked to be 5-2 after last night, but he's considering offering Mostert and Lamb for Chase and Monty. I'm taking Chase and Monty.
I'm taking
all
Chase
day.
and Monty.
So if you're making that trade, we are selling Mostert. Here's the problem, Derek. That trade's not going to get accepted. I'm guessing. He does say, not sure how Monty. I'm not worried about Monty.
Now, I'm not either. Like, Monty's been he's not been. He will be injured for the next couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
So there is a chance. I mean, there's a small chance that someone who is desperate for a running back does that deal because he lost Montgomery.
Yeah.
But you're getting a player that put up 50 points in PPR last week or 2 weeks ago.
yes,
yeah.
I mean,
What did
that's
he
his
do? I thought he did like
yeah,
38.
I mean,
Mostert?
Yeah.
no,
He
I'm
did
talking
50?
about Jamar Chase.
Oh,
yeah.
You're getting,
yeah,
you're
50,
getting
52
Jamar.
points, yeah.
Yeah. Let's jump back up to Chris's question. He's got a Dynasty question, and he's apologizing, but we love Dynasty.
Yeah.
12-team Superflex PPR with a half tight end premium. Which side are you taking? JSN. Oh, gosh, I got kicked out. JSN or 26 first or Addison and Dallas Goddard?
26 first.
Yeah, that's tough. That's really
I'll still take JSN in the first.
I think I will as well.
Yep.
Let's jump down to Powerhouse. Powerhouse, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad you're on. McLaughlin or A.J. Dillon, and then Badgett predictions for Sunday. Okay, McLaughlin or A.J. Dillon. Packers are playing the Broncos.
Yep.
I
think for that reason alone.
And the Broncos are playing the Packers.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I probably go McLaughlin here. I guess Devontae Williams is playing now. Dude, I think I legit might go A.J. Dillon here.
Gross.
With Aaron Jones still banged up and then playing the Broncos. Yeah.
I mean, he could get some red zone opportunities.
Yeah, I think you agree with that, A.J. Dillon?
I'll agree with that.
It's literally disgusting.
1.5.
Should I disagree just so you can crap on me with another one of those stupid videos?
No, please disagree.
I'm going to say McLaughlin, and I'm going to make a face, too. Oh, I think you should do Jaleel McLaughlin.
I think I got in your head.
Yeah.
And then
Tick me off.
Badgett predictions for Sunday.
Here's my Badgett prediction. I think he's going to look really bad, and I think they're going to run the ball as much as possible against really not the best defense in Vegas. I mean, outside of Max Crosby, who do they really have?
Yeah,
Their first-round pick, Tyree Wilson, has been pretty meh. I think they'll run it committee style. And honestly, sneaky start this week is going to be Cole Kmet for me. I think those tight ends really benefit from poor quarterback play, and Kmet has already benefited from poor quarterback play. And he may even more now with Badgett.
Not really change.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump up to Flinix. I think I said that right. Thank you for your super chat. We appreciate you, my friend. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Good to have you on. You had Kyron Williams and A-Chain since they're both injured. You traded A-Chain for Aaron Jones. Any thoughts? 2-4 record, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine because A-Chain's not giving you any production right now. I do think you could have aimed higher than that, but you're 2-4 and you're desperate. So when you're desperate, yeah, you've got to go make those moves. I think that's going to give you a better shot of getting out of the 2-4 hole for sure. So I'm curious your thoughts on that. I mean, again, I think you can aim higher with A-Chain, but he's not healthy right now. And if you're losing, then that's not helping you.
Yeah, it sucks. You're in desperation mode right now at 2-4. You got to get points right now. So can't blame you, man.
Guys, drop a like on the stream, drop a subscription, and then also make sure to drop your comment. Again, we're going to do all these, but Super Chats jump the line, so we'll jump up to your comment for a Super Chat. Let's go back to the beginning here. Flinix, again, thank you for your question. Thanks.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah says, 10-team non-PPR. I have Saquon in my flex and Olave or Waddle on my bench. Should I try and package Saquon and one of those wide receivers for an upgrade at running back? Sir, I don't know what upgrade at running back you could get that's better than Saquon Barkley at this point.
Because I would take Saquon and Waddle over Bijan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Saquon and Waddle over Eckler.
What running back?
There's no running back you can get. Maybe no. I mean, I don't think there is.
It's the running back one. You don't want to be. You don't want to be giving that up for
Christian
Mostert.
McCaffrey. Maybe I would do.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
But
even then, I think you're good with the package. No, Jeremiah, I'm going to say stay put.
I mean, keep in mind it is a non-PPR.
Hey,
who is that a knock on more? Is that
we were at 69 viewers, but it went up. I know,
guys.
That's a good
watching.
thing. If anything, it should go up from 69.
That's true.
So.
Powerhouse with another one. Thank you, my friend. Also, you need running back help. What running back is worth CD Lamb? That's a great question. Josh Jacobs plus.
Josh Jacobs plus. Austin Eckler. Jonathan Taylor. Saquon Barkley.
Yes. Those guys are going to be worth CD Lambs. In PPR league, CD Lamb is worth a lot. Now, it is possible that people are not going to be on the same page as you about CD Lamb because CD Lamb, in our opinion, is being a little bit undervalued in fantasy right now. But in our opinion, if you're going to trade a guy like CD Lamb, unless you absolutely need to trade him for depth's sake or because you have nobody left, make sure you aim high. Make sure you try to get somebody that you can plug in that's going to be an elite starter because that's exactly what CD Lamb is. Aim for that tier of guys for sure.
Yep.
Powerhouse, we appreciate you, my friend. Let's jump back up here to the top. Where are we at, Sam?
AJ Starr.
AJ Starr said, if I were to trade Allen, what would I look for in this trade?
Josh type?
Got to be a little more specific there. We need to
Allen.
know if it's Josh Allen or Keenan Allen. That is a big, big difference.
True. Yeah, let us know,
Chris
AJ.
says, I have Schultz on the bench. Is it worth trading Kittle if he does well this week for an upgrade at running back, wide receiver, Swift, Montgomery, Evans? Not going to be the rest of your team. So if you have Schultz on your bench, if you can...
I mean, yeah, I think you could get a better wide receiver.
If you can get a good piece to trade away Kittle, I'm going to look at my flock rankings here, not mine, ours, and see where Kittle is valued around what running backs. Because I mean, how highly valued is he in fantasy right now? Not very high.
That's true.
Because he hasn't been producing.
But I got to jump down to. So AJ Stars did say that was Keenan Allen and said his only running backs were Kyron and Eckler. Yeah, I mean, I think you could.
Okay, Kittle's
trade.
currently valued around, according to our rankings, guys like Zay Flowers, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Lockett, Marquise Brown.
What about Keenan Allen in a redraft?
Keenan Allen in
so
redraft.
Who should we tell AJ to trade for?
Saquon Barkley, straight up.
Yep, Saquon.
Travis Etienne.
Etienne's probably higher
would
than that
be
last night.
actually, if I were to prefer any running back over Saquon Barkley this year. Oh, I love how wrong I was. Probably Etienne.
Yeah,
probably
crazy,
Etienne.
dude.
Crazy.
I do want to sit down to Brandon's super chat, and he says the last place in his league has 1,100 points scored on him. That is ridiculous.
Pain and suffering.
That is horrible, and we can all laugh at his expense because he's not here. Brandon, we appreciate you, my friend.
Yep.
Sam, help. We got into the super chat. Let's just stay down here. Joseph, thanks for joining us, my friend. Thanks for your super chat and supporting the channel. We appreciate it. Your question is Goff or Stroud, so let's start there. Goff playing the Ravens, I think, and Stroud playing the... I can't remember.
I thought Stroud was on bye.
Is Stroud on bye?
Yeah, Stroud's on bye.
Stroud's on a bye, so we're taking Goff. And if you're talking rest of the season, we're taking...
I'm taking Goff.
Okay, I'll take Goff too.
Yeah.
And pick 2 for the flex. You've got Puka, Rashee Rice, Myers, and Mike Evans. That's tough. These are all the same
we're gonna go Puka for sure.
Yep.
And then Myers is playing the Bears.
Yep.
And Mike Evans, we've got, what matchup do they have? Is it a friendly one? The Falcons. I'm going to take Jacoby Myers.
I'm going to take Myers and Puka there.
Yeah.
And then you said starting Zach Evans with Kyron on the bench. Yeah, I think that's fine. They also picked up Darrell Henderson today, so who knows what that snap distribution is going to be like. But
Yeah,
again,
we'll see.
it's desperate times right now for some of these running backs with the buys and the injuries. So we don't blame you at all there. But Joseph, again, thank you for joining us, my friend. Thanks for your super chat. We appreciate you and hope you stick around. The professor, what's up? The professor says he's got a bye week. Don't we all? Who should I start? Zach Evans or Deonta Foreman? I'm way more comfortable starting Foreman. Way more comfortable starting Foreman than Evans. Honestly, I'm gonna go out on a limb. Joseph, I know you just said that you were starting Zach Evans. My official advice would be not to start Zach Evans if you can absolutely help it. I'm taking almost every running back over him. Yeah. I do not think he's going to do much.
Well, I mean, think of the guys that are above. You got Ronnie Rivers, who's already on the active roster, right? No, Rivers is hurt, according to a source.
Yeah, that's why they brought Henderson up.
Oh my!
I just have a feeling that they're not going to give Evans any run.
I didn't realize he went on.
They're going to pass the ball 50 times.
Wow.
Like, that's what I feel like.
Did he get hurt on one of the runs he had towards the end of the game? Wow. I missed that for some reason. That's tough.
Ronnie Rivers, who cares? But
yeah, well, I mean that's significant. Because he would have been definitely the go-to start. Yeah, I'm still going Henderson there.
Yeah, I'm going to go Henderson.
And then Foreman, obviously, between the two, Zach Evans and Foreman. Foreman's already got a week in his pocket of having starting caliber reps, and he did okay. I mean, he didn't do a ton, but he was fine. So
yeah. The professor, we appreciate you, my friend. We're going to jump back up to the top, guys. Super chats are going to jump the line, so if you want your question answered before everybody else's, that's what's going to get it
We
done.
got a long line.
We got a line.
Yep.
So.
Derek says, so glad I traded Ridley for Hollywood a few weeks ago. Guy I traded with isn't happy. Derek, we are so happy for you.
That's a good
let
move.
me just say that was a great move on your end, on your part. I mean, at this point, it looks like Ridley is going to finish as a
wide receiver 2
wide
at
receiver,
max.
low-end wide receiver 2 max.
High-end wide receiver 3. Yeah. So, good for you, man.
Yep.
Jesus says, thoughts on the trade I made? Traded Josh Allen, Amon-Ra, and K9 for Mahomes, Chase, and Swift. You won.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won.
Well done. I'm taking Chase over Amon-Ra. I'm taking Swift over Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, I would take Kenneth Walker over Swift, but I think it's negligible. I think I'm taking Mahomes over Allen. I said it. Negligible.
Swift has a lot more receiving upside than
but Kenneth Walker
has.
Yeah, I mean, okay, they're close. I just put him a tier above. Let's jump down to Joseph, and he says, thank you. Just swapped for Foreman. Joseph, again, thank you for supporting the channel, my friend.
Yep.
And hope it works out for you. Hope Zach Evans does not get like 48 points this week or we'll be screwed. So we'll take that one if that. But it won't. It's not going to happen. I'm knocking on our wooden desk here. Joseph, we appreciate you, my friend.
Yeah.
All right. You got it.
Angel says, rank these 3 for this week. Scary Terry, Christian Watson, Michael Pittman. We're going to go...
Pittman at the bottom.
What?
Pittman at the bottom.
Yeah, Pittman at the bottom because of the matchup. We're going to go
bottom.
Terry, we're going to go Watson, and then we're going to go Pittman.
There it is.
In that order.
Yep.
Derek says Denver.
Correct.
Absolutely
it's pretty
correct.
high.
Because we were saying who do they play?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Robert says, thanks, guys. No
Thank you,
problem.
Robert.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Zachary Gaskin says, who should I start? Any relation to Miles Gaskin? Who should I start at flex this week? Stevenson, Godwin, Gibbs. Also, what should I really be getting back for Gibbs if I move him?
Anything?
One of us in this room currently would say Gibbs. 2 of us I know would say Godwin. I don't know about the 4th. Sam?
I have Gibbs, and I'm starting him.
Over Godwin.
Well, because
I have to.
Gibbs.
I have to start Gibbs in like 1 or 2 of my fantasy leagues
I'm
because
rooting
he's
for, I'm
the
rooting
last
hard
man
for
standing.
Gibbs. I want him to do anything.
I'm rooting for him. I still don't think he's going to do well.
No, since we're saying he's not going to do well, he's going to do well this week.
If I had the option, who are the Pats playing?
The Patriots, they're playing the Bills.
No, I'm not starting Ramondre.
No,
You don't
I'm
think so?
I'm
No,
taking
not over
Godwin. I'm taking
Okay.
Godwin.
Who are they playing?
The Falcons, who have a pretty
Yeah,
lackluster
okay.
secondary.
It's Chris Godwin.
Jesse Bates, I would assume. I don't know what type of defense they play. Like, will Bates be playing? Will Bates be on Mike Evans for most of the game? Will that be his
Probably,
assignment,
yeah.
or will?
It'll probably be Evans.
So I would assume Godwin would probably benefit from that production.
Yeah, he always does.
Yeah,
He always does.
Yeah.
Adam says Lions, Tampa, Seattle, or Browns defense. Lions matchup, Nathan.
Lions have the Ravens. Definitely not doing that.
Tampa.
Tampa's got the Falcons.
Seattle.
Seattle has the Cardinals.
Seattle.
Let's go with Seattle.
Yep. Dylan says Stafford or Purdy.
We just said this earlier. We're going Purdy.
Yep. Our guy Hugh Janus is back.
What's up?
White or Zach Moss? So that's Rashad type? I'll probably take Rashad White against that's the Falcons' run defense. Frick. But Zach Moss isn't going to be startable very much longer. Frick.
There's two terrible matchups. You got to take the guy that isn't splitting time with Jonathan
You got to take
Taylor.
Rashad White.
You got to go White.
Waller, Komet, or Jonnu Smith. We're going to take Komet there. Thanks for all the hard work. You are welcome.
Thank you, Hewig.
Yes.
Janice.
Oh, yeah.
I think we did answer the next one. Adam says DK, JT, Addison, Amari, and start 2 there. We're going to go JT and probably Amari Cooper, honestly. DK's a little bit banged
JT
up.
against Cleveland.
Oh, shoot.
I'm going Amari and Addison.
Oh,
I'm doing this mistake again.
You're going Addison. No, talk about Addison, Nathan.
Addison is... I think Addison's going to ball.
I'm going to go...
No, they are playing San Fran. That's a tough matchup as well.
Who's DK playing?
I think it's very close.
They're playing the Cards.
They're playing the Cards.
I'm
if
going
DK's healthy,
DK and Amari.
you need to be starting DK. If DK is not healthy, and for your sake, let's just assume that DK's not going to play.
Okay, if DK's not playing, it's
we're going
Addison,
Amari and Addison.
And then DK and Amari if DK's playing.
Yeah.
So, good question.
I think we got to go one more week being wary of starting Jonathan Taylor.
Guys, Super Chats, jump the line if you want to get your question answered sooner. Joe says start Watson or Hollywood PPR.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Like his matchup against the Seahawks. It's not bad.
Hunter sliding in with a dynasty question. Should I trade my first and second for Jahmyr Gibbs? My team is weak at running back. I feel like there are not any running backs. No. Keep your first.
Dynasty, I want to wait.
If it's a late first, yes.
We got to wait till the dust settles for Jahmyr Gibbs' value in Dynasty.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that he falls.
But if it's
more.
a late first, then yes, I'm doing that. If you were to trade in Jahmyr Gibbs in Dynasty, what should I be trading for? Anyone in particular to target? Is he a sell, hold in Dynasty? We had him as a sell.
Yeah.
So,
well, sell low. Well, let me just tell you. We've had multiple people very disappointed in us over at Dynasty Domain.
Like London, we've said Saquon is fine. Those type of guys. Like fourth.
I mean, talk about another guy. JSN has been falling just as far as Gibbs has. You could probably still get JSN plus, but he's looking if he wants to trade into Jahmyr Gibbs.
No, he's trading off him. It was the question before.
Oh.
He also said, what do you think you can sell Jerry Jeudy for? We'd take 2 seconds for Jerry Jeudy pretty easily.
2 seconds. Let's go.
Anakin Women and the Children 2 Skywalker. I love that name. And I love your profile picture.
The picture is amazing.
I know. Should I make any changes?
Oh my gosh.
Roster is Allen Kamara, K9 Flowers, Tyreek. I'm not going to read the rest of it. But the changes that we would make here.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, boys. You're welcome. No, I like this team, actually. Do you have any changes for this one? What are you doing?
Let's move.
I have the high ground.
Oh my god.
Sam is standing on his chair.
See, this is why we need to.
You need to get a camera.
No, this is why we not need to get him. Need to not get him a camera.
That's true.
You have 2 tight ends. You have Jonnu and Ferguson. Get rid of one of them if you can use them as a throw-in a trade. Like DeAndre Hopkins, if he has another good game, let's move off him. I mean, at this point, we were saying sell DeAndre Hopkins after the Colts game because of his production. It was fluky.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he even worth in fantasy though? Like you may just be stuck with him.
Dude, I got Pittman straight up for D-Hop. What was it, last week or the week before?
So you did make that trade?
I did.
That's wild, dude. That's crazy.
It worked out just fine so far.
Rob says Aaron Jones, Gibbs, or Puka, who has the highest floor, and sit one. So who has the highest floor? Let's answer that one first.
Puka.
Yeah, I think Puka has the highest floor. Sit one, probably Gibbs.
Yep.
AJ Star says don't forget to hit that like button. Shut up. And AJ Stars is the man. Bobby says, what's up, boys? What's up, Bobby?
Bobby!
I wonder if the guy's going to be in here tonight that always says domain. Domain! I forget who it is.
Yeah.
Gibbs, Stevenson, James Cook. Start 2.
We'll go Ramondre and James Cook.
Anybody but Gibbs.
Dude, I don't like his matchup against
Kyle, who are you starting of those 3? Gibbs, Stevenson, and Cook. I'm starting Cook and Gibbs.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Who are the Pats playing? The Bills.
Yeah.
They have so many injuries defensively, though. So many.
I know. I mean, I just definitely start James Cook and then start whoever you feel like out of the other 2, I think is what I'd say. We buy homes near you 512. Says fellas. Pick one wide receiver that you would put trust in to get it done this week. Oh, gosh. You phrased that so seriously. Tyler Lockett, Gabe Davis, Christian Watson, Zay Flowers, or Joshua Palmer? Honestly, I'm going Tyler Lockett.
I trust
here.
Tyler Lockett by far over any of those receivers.
Yep, I'm with you there. The professor says he thinks CMC playing this week. I'm going to lean no. I think they're going to be careful with him.
When's their bye week?
I don't know.
I'm going to actually look this up because this is significant.
This is a fun one. Monkey got dripped 26.
There's no teams on bye in week 8.
2 questions. Do I start Flowers or Palmer and Keontae or Justice? Flowers for sure. And then Keontae is our second one.
Yeah. And back to the CMC question, the Niners bye week is week 9. So if they want to sit CMC for essentially a month, like they could and only lose him for 2 games because of it.
That's true.
They'd sit him this game, sit him next week, have the bye, get him back fresh for week 10 for the final stretch of the season.
Yeah.
I think that would honestly be
I'm
smart
leaning towards that they're not going to play.
Because they have friendly matchups.
Yeah, well, they're playing the Vikings this week, which
is a friendly matchup.
That's a friendly matchup. And then in week 8, they have Cincy
I think
at home. And I mean, honestly, as hit or miss as Cincy's been really everywhere, that's kind of friendly right now.
Yeah.
They can't run the ball for the life of them.
So jumping down to SEI here, 12-man full PPR. Should I flex Josh Downs, Josh Reynolds, or Michael Mayer? Thanks for the dope content. You are welcome. Thanks for the dope comment. And shoot, I would go Reynolds. I think. What do you think?
That's tough for me. Reynolds has been with Jameson Williams back. I'm still gonna go with Mayer. I like Mayer's matchup better than any of these guys by a significant margin. So do I. It's disgusting. I hate it. But there's a league where I flexed 2 tight ends and they all went off.
That's lucky.
Congrats.
It helped. But it's because they had great matchups.
Rye Guy McFly says, "Word up, fellas. Word up." Do you go Michael Mayer or Jonnu? We'll go Michael Mayer there. Matt says Marquise Brown or Metcalf.
We'll go Hollywood.
Hollywood this week.
Bobby Toda says Foreman or Gibbs.
Foreman.
Yeah, I'm going Foreman.
Ouch.
Badgett can't throw the ball, man.
I know. All right, talk about Robert. Do Robert's question. Sorry.
Robert says, I'm torn on which DST to start this week. The Lions, who appear to have leveled up with Hutchinson, leading them in a tough matchup against Baltimore, or the Seahawks in a much better matchup against Arizona. We're going to go any team playing the Cardinals from here on out until, obviously, Kyler Murray's back. We're going to go with that team. Seattle doesn't have the best reputation defensively, but they are playing a lot better than they did to begin the season. A lot of that is attributed to Witherspoon coming back healthy, and he's a rookie. I think they've lost a couple other guys to start the year who are now back. They've been playing better than they were to start the year. So we're going to go with Seattle there. Zachary says, should I keep Kmet in the lineup or pick up someone like Logan Thomas, John Newton, Njoku, Ertz, and I'll stop there. Starting Kmet. You got to start Kmet while Justin Fields is out. Even while Justin Fields is in, like, he has some weeks where he can produce and do well for you. I think he's going to have a great game with Badgett checking the ball down to him all the time.
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay. Wolfman says Mostert for Henry. That was a question that we asked.
Yep.
It's CJ. Just traded Olave and Mixon for Puka and Aaron Jones. 12-man non-PPR league. How we feeling? We feeling pretty good about that. I like that. I'll take Aaron Jones over Mixon, and I think Puka and Olave are in the same tier at least.
Guys, drop your questions and your comments and super chats. Jump the line as always. We're going through this whole list, so keep going, Nate.
Derek, I'm 4-2, pretty much locked to be 5-2.
Already did that one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Cool. Drew Williams says, PPR rest of the season, T. Higgins or Zay Flowers? Zay.
Probably Zay. Yeah.
Yep. Anakin Women and the Children 2 Skywalker. I'm going to read that entire name every single time. Was second, or someone in my league dropped Derrick Henry. LOL.
Dude,
was second in line to get him.
That sucks.
That is
but what on earth is
really
he doing
sucks.
Dropping Henry? That sounds like a home league to me.
It sounds like a home league.
Yep.
Yeah.
Derek says Chase owner is in a must-win situation with several starters on bye. About the old trade scenario. Yep. Matthew Goodfellow says, hey, guys. Hey.
What's up,
How
man?
you doing, Mr. Goodfellow?
Good to see you, man.
12 team, half PPR. Looking for any moves you would make. Hurts, CMC, not going to read the rest of your team. Thoughts? Well, we need to know a little bit more information. What's your record? How have your last couple weeks been going? from a fantasy perspective, not like in life. But overall, it looks like you lost CMC for the next couple weeks. That's a bummer. Evans been injured, banged up in the buys. JT on the rise. Right off the bat, I don't care what position you're in, what your record is. Let's move off Waller.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You'll do just fine with Ferguson. Next question, Michael Gudowski says, would you guys start Flowers or James Cook in flex this week? Thanks. No problem, man. We're going to go with
Flowers.
I'm going to go with Flowers.
I'm going to go Cook.
How did Cook do this last week?
He's playing the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Cook. I just like starting people against Patriots personally.
Last time I voted against a running back, it blew up in my face. So I guess I have to go with Cook. Lucius says, what do you guys, I'm like terrified.
I know,
at
it's
this point from
amazing
now
how
on.
that's like influencing everything you say.
I'll go ahead and go Flowers. Just to be
I can't
different.
I can't play
evil.
scared, man. I can't play scared. I can't just go with you. I'm going to go with Zay Flowers this week.
Okay.
Gosh dang
Just-
it! Now I
dude,
have to change.
I can't do James.
Every single pick,
just
like
can't do
take
that.
That'll be
he's
on a
had,
video.
his
That's why I did it for you.
influenced
You're
my,
welcome.
my outcome has been wrong. It's been Daniel Jones. The
I
last
really,
couple weeks.
yeah, I really like the volume
Overrated.
Flowers has been getting. So,
Yeah.
it's been
I'm
nice.
cool with that.
Been nice.
What do you guys think of JT rest of the season? We think he's a top tier running back. No
Hashtag
question.
Yup.
Go Cubs.
Anthony Villarosa. Okay, guys, what do I do? Likely 3 and 4 team is now Bijan, Pollard, Saquon, Ingram, Waddle, Diggs, Addison, not going to be your OC team. Ridley, help, please. Hold him. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you,
With
man.
the rest of your team,
like a lot of people are asking us what to do with Calvin Ridley right now. You can't sell him low. He's in too good of a situation. He's too good of a wide receiver. Honestly, at this point, you're just out on the high investment, high price that you had to pay for him.
I don't know
to
how
begin
he's
the
3
season.
and 4. That's a good team.
Well, Saquon's been out,
Yeah, maybe that's
and
what it was. Bijan's been a little bit underwhelming.
his QBs here,
Yeah.
Love and Kyler. So
69 watching. Nice.
Waddle's been down.
Say nice.
Nice.
Ridley, man, you got to hold him. Nice. Sorry. Derek, thanks, guys. Appreciate the insight. I'll let you all know if I get a deal done. No problem, man. Happy to help.
Thanks, Derek.
Minibot, should I start Mike Evans or Jacoby Myers? Good question. I'm going to go with Jacoby Myers. We already answered this earlier with a situation like this. We're going to go with Myers because of the matchup.
Yep.
Mike Evans has been, he's been fine, but obviously that lingering hamstring issue is going to be continually concerning.
Yeah.
So this will be a big defining week for Jacoby Myers for the rest of the season. What can he do when Jimmy Garoppolo isn't playing for multiple games? Because the last time Jimmy G was out, he didn't really do much. So that's a big thing to keep an eye on. I think it's worth the risk in starting Myers this week.
Yeah.
Leo says, who wins this trade? Sam Laporta, KJ Osborne, Jeff Wilson Jr. for Chris Olave. Olave all day. You got to
Olave.
take the wide receiver there. PNW says, pick up Raiders defense or Detroit for the week. We're going to go with, I'll take the Raiders defense over the Bears with Badgett.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that. They will probably get a couple of interceptions if I were a betting man. Wolfman. Need a running back this week. I'm 3 and 3. Who should I trade for in a high IQ league? Big Smarts. For an upgrade, I get Foreman, Moss, Cup, Hill, Goddard, DJ Rice, KJ, Brees Money, J. Jeff, Stroud, Hubbard, Ludden. Who should you trade for? Looks like your running backs are really rough. You've got Foreman and Moss as your top 2 running backs. Oh, wait, no. You have Brees and Money. There we go. I thought it was in order of starting. Overall, man, I think your team is fine. I think you can. I think you'll be fine with Monty out for a couple weeks, starting Foreman, starting Chuba. I like that you have Stroud, J. Jeff. Sucks that you lost J. Jeff, but you should be fine for the next few weeks with Cup and Tyreek.
All right. Hey, we're going to do a 5-minute warning here. So we'll take 5 minutes. We're going to answer as many questions as we can, and Super Chats are going to jump the line. So if you really need a question answered, we're going to have a 5-minute warning. We're going to wrap this thing up. So let's go through and do a couple of these. I'm going to rapid fire some. Coyote says, can you help me pick 2? James Cook, Elijah Moore, JSN, full PPR. Elijah Moore's playing the Colts, so definitely James Cook. And I'm actually going to go JSN. I'm going to go JSN and James Cook there. I think maybe JSN. He keeps getting better and better. I'm going to go JSN. John says sold Mostert and Moss 2 weeks ago for ETN. Now that's a trade I'm making for sure, 100%. Kenji says pull PPR. Would you trade King Henry for either Mixon or Aaron Jones? Probably not. I'd probably just hold Henry there. Correct me if I'm wrong on any
No,
of this.
I do not correct.
Seth says I started fantasy TikTok because I've been obsessed with fantasy year. My dilemma is still so I start Jaleel or Keontae. Literally have them ranked right next to each
We'll
other.
go Jaleel.
Yeah, Jaleel. Jeff Johnson says my team
Actually,
is,
Keontae Ingram. My bad. We'll go Keontae Ingram.
yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
QB Mahomes. Here's your whole team. Would you trade Swift and Flowers for Devontae Adams? Looking at you've got Walker, Cook.
No.
That would be
I think it's
Amon
close.
Ra, J. Jeff, and Adams.
And Flowers. I'm
jeez.
taking the Swift side there.
I'll take the Devontae Adams side. I think Devontae Adams is being underrated right now.
I think he's underrated, but I also think, you can't really deny what Swift has been doing. And you could use, if you lose out on Swift, you're consistently starting James Cook as your running back 2 every single week.
That's true.
And I'm not super hype about that.
But the upgrade from Flowers to Devontae's huge, though. Huge.
Yeah, it's significant, but he's.
Amon-Ra, Thielen, Jefferson, and Devontae Adams sounds. I'd take Devontae Adams.
But what are you gonna do with? What are you gonna do with Adams once J. Jeff is back? I guess you obviously
start him in a
obviously
flex instead of the
flex
running
him.
back that you get rid of.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. Cap for Life says, do you package Puka and Barkley for Eckler? No, Puka and Barkley there.
Yep.
Garrett says, will Wilson hurt A-Chain's production? I think each running back is going to get their own to some extent.
Yeah,
there.
we saw what happened with Mostert and H.N. and the Broncos game, but that was against the Broncos. So.
Yeah.
Jared says, lads,
Just
got back from urgent care. Your boy has COVID. Oh, no. We still rallying to support the gang. Dude, Jared, appreciate you being on when you have COVID, dude. That's crazy. Uncle COVID's a beast, dude.
Yeah.
He's not fun to mess with.
For serious.
David says, no questions this week. Just want to thank you guys for your advice. 5-1, 4-2 in both your leagues. David, well done, my friend. Good having you on. Thanks for watching. Pranav says, last week you guys told me to trade for a better wide receiver by trading C-Watt. I wasn't able to trade C-Watt, but I was able to trade Garrett Wilson for Devonta Smith. What do you guys think? You think Smith has wide receiver 1 upside? Oh, he does, definitely, because we know that for a fact. That's a great trade. Look at the quarterback situation alone.
Dude, that's true.
Yeah. Pranav, you did really well, my friend.
Yep.
Luis Frank, that's an awesome name. Luis Frank Luison says, are we buying or selling Jerome Ford? Selling. Schedule looks good, but Hunt has looked good too. That's why we're selling. Zach says, received an offer, Metcalf, Mixon, Olave, and Stevenson. That's Nathan.
I'll take Olave and Stevenson there.
Yeah, okay. I will too. Isaiah says, what to do with Ridley? Probably you're just holding him now. And his wide receivers, do you roll the dice on Ritter for London? Ritter for London until Ridley's more. If you can trade Desmond Ritter for London, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have London. I see. I'm more comfortable starting London right now, honestly. That's crazy to say.
Yeah.
Chris says pick one to flex. Ayuk, Flowers, and Rice. Ayuk for me.
Yep.
Pretty easily. Dylan says, should I package Jamar, Kyron, Amon-Ra, or Amon-Ra, Kyron for either Kenneth Walker, Keenan Allen, or Josh Jacobs, Keenan Allen?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No. Definitely not the Jamar side. Definitely not trading away Jamar. If anything, I'd trade away Amon-Ra and Kyron for Jacobs and Keenan Allen.
Yeah. All right, we're going to have to call it there. Sorry, there's a bunch of comments here, and I'd love to answer each and every single one of these, but we are super swamped right now making fantasy content for you guys. So we appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you guys so much for dropping your questions. I wish you very good luck in your matchups this week. Keep winning your fantasy matchups. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you later.